Hello. Hello. We're back. And I'm joined by Penny. Say hi, Penny. Oh my God, her breath smells so bad. I need to brush her teeth. I keep saying that I'm going to brush her teeth, but I don't. First of all, how are you guys? Hello from Houston, Texas. Hi, Zach. Everything's good. Hi, Patrick. Thank you, Natasha. Appreciate it. At the end of this stream, I will introduce you guys to him. He's so cute. He's in my other room right now. Everything is going really good. I feel like everyone that I see is like, are you sleeping good? Because you always hear that you don't sleep for, I don't know, like a year or 2 years or whatever. But my baby's kind of chunky. He's like 12 pounds, and tomorrow he'll be 7 weeks old. And so when they're chunkier and you have a bigger baby, they sleep better. So I usually put him down at like 11, and then he sleeps to about 4:30, which is pretty good for a newborn. And then I change him and I feed him. It takes about 30 minutes. And then I put him back down around 5, and then he sleeps till about 7:30. So I think he's doing pretty good. I'm not feeding him brisket, not yet. But I can't wait to give him a beef rib. When he can start eating food, I want him to hold like one of the dinosaur bone beef ribs and just like, he's not going to have teeth yet, but that's okay. You don't need teeth to eat beef ribs. There's another barbecue place in town, and there's a sign on the side of the building. First of all, the guy that owns it has no teeth, and the sign on the side of the building says, "You don't need teeth to eat my beef." I think it's so funny. How many gallons of milk does the baby drink every day? I think like at least 1. No, but to be serious, this kid eats so much. And he's not on like a feeding schedule yet, because it's basically just whenever he like cries, and he'll go like this, he'll like bite his hand, and it's like a food cue. So our system is I change his diaper, and then I feed him, and then we do some tummy time. He might take a nap, he'll pee and poop, and then I'll change the diaper, and then we'll feed again. So that's like our cycle right now. And that is probably every hour. And then he only eats for like 5 or 10 minutes, but he's taking down like 30 milliliters of milk every single time. So he's eating a lot. And I don't really give him a bottle. You can hear him in the other room. I don't really give him a bottle because it gives him gas. And I have to burp him anyway. But if I give him a bottle, he's like burping and farting at the same time. It's a lot. So I don't really give him a bottle very much. How does it feel mentally and physically being a mom? Well, I'm doing pretty good. And I feel like kind of an asshole for saying that, because I know everyone has postpartum depression and like they don't sleep, and I always just hear moms kind of like huff and puff about it, but I'm having a really good time. I really like it a lot. He's my little best friend. At first, I didn't know how to handle a baby. Like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to take him anywhere. I didn't know what all I needed to bring. At first, I brought like 2 diapers, and I needed 10 because he pees and poops like he pees like every 20 or 30 minutes, and he's spoiled. He wants his diaper changed the minute he pees. So I can't just like let him sit in a dirty diaper. So he pees every 20 minutes. So I'm probably changing 3 or 4 diapers an hour. Did someone ask about sleeping schedule? He doesn't have a sleep schedule right now. The only kind of schedule that I have is I usually put him down at like 11, like in his bed, in his little bassinet thing. And I have a snoo. I don't know if you guys have heard about a snoo, but let me tell you about a snoo. So a snoo is a mechanical bassinet and it's some high-end technology. So you turn it, so you put the baby in it, you turn it on, and there's 4 different levels. And so the first level is really slow. And if they start to be kind of fussy and they're not sleeping, you could turn it up a level. As I tell you, I'm not tired, I yawn. And then if they're still being fussy, it turns up another level to level 3, and it does that all the way to level 4. And then obviously after level 4, if your baby's still being fussy and he's like crying, then the snoo will turn off and it will tell you to get your baby. But so far that has not happened to me yet. If I put him in the snoo and I turn it on, he goes to sleep within 2 minutes and he's out. So I put him down at 11. He wakes up at 4:30. I feed him and I change his diaper till 5. And then he's down again till 7:30 or 8. And then we're up all day and we take naps. And that's like the schedule until he gets a little bit older. And then we can work on a real schedule. Thank you, Jesse. It's great to see you too, Sir Ooch. You know, Frank, he's well hydrated is what I think. Because if he's peeing that much, he's just drinking a lot of milk. And I think that's why. The baby's name is Jackson, Jaxon, but we call him Jax. Because his last name is Black, and I didn't want Jax Black. That's why we didn't do Jax. We did Jackson, and we're going to call him Jax. So thank you guys. Thank you, Jesse. So tomorrow I have my first podcast with this girl named Katherine Blanford. Sorry, I'm yawning. I tell you I'm not tired, but maybe I am. Katherine, I'm looking her up. Katherine, do you guys know who she is? Katherine Blanford. She's really funny. On Instagram, she has 230,000 followers. It looks like she's on tour right now. I'm trying to find a good picture of her. She does look familiar. This is her. This girl. Sorry, I'm trying to help out. So she's coming on the podcast tomorrow. I don't know a lot about her, but let's see here. She has a lot of jokes about if she had a baby. So we got to come up with some questions to ask her. She's a pretty blonde girl. She's comic. Let's see. I'm going to start writing some questions down on my notes. Let me grab it. Okay. Questions for Katherine. Okay. Let's see. Does she have any does Katherine have any specials? Are you a member of the Mile High Club? That's always a good question. We'll start with that. Are you a member? But you know what Ron would say? He's a member of the Mile Ahead Club. Mile High Club. Oh, the Mile Ahead. You said that. Oh my gosh. Fitzy, you're ahead of me. The Mile Ahead Club. That's so funny. She's not even going to know what it means. But we will. Love being in on a secret. Who did she grow up listening to as a comic? That's always a good one, too. Since these comics, it's like, who's their inspo? I want to like ask her if she thinks other female comics are funny. Cuz that's the running thing, right? Like people always say that women aren't funny. So maybe I ask her if you know what it actually this is real. So when female comics go on a date, sometimes the guy will try to like put on the funny because he feels like he needs to be funny because he's out with a comic. So it can kind of come across as like obnoxious because instead of a guy just trying to be himself, he's like trying to be funny to impress the girl and it's like not funny. How do I ask that question? How can I ask that? Like has a guy ever tried to out funny you on a date or put on the funny or put on the funny or put on a funny personality to impress you? Ask if you could add one thing to your character. Fallible or unfathomable, what would it be? Add one thing to your character. Thank you, Sir Ooch. Has a guy ever bombed on a date? That's a good one. Has a guy ever bombed on a date? Would you ever date another comic? I love asking comics that. Would you ever date another comic? What was your backup plan if being a comic didn't work out? Did you guys ever have a backup plan for what you wanted to do? Also, ask her what kind of sitcoms and movies she loved watching. What inspired her to pursue comedy? What is her ultimate dream as a comic? Own show, movie, podcast? Has a guy ever given you jewelry like a pearl necklace? Norm Macdonald would always say women aren't funny for sure. Jamie, I'm going to ask, has a guy ever given you jewelry as a gift? Wanda Sykes. I have not seen enough of her. Hi, Adrian. Looks like Katherine is from Louisville. Ask her if she knows Mr. Gatti's pizza phone number. Austin and Louisville, oddly, are the two markets for them. Anyone in both cities know the jingle. Hold on. You are never going to believe what I just had for lunch. Mr. Gatti's. I actually had Gatti Town. So there's a difference between Mr. Hey, isn't there a difference between Mr. Gatti's and Gatti Town? Yeah, Gatti Town has the buffet. So we just went to Gatti Town. And Gatti Town in Round Rock, here in Austin, is so freaking good. You can request that they make you pizza, and they will make you whatever pizza you want. They make cheese sticks. They have cinnamon sticks. Sorry, I'm yawning. I have a baby. They have a salad bar. They have pasta. They have every kind of soda beverage you could think of. And then they have 3 different rooms that you can sit in. You can sit in the sports room, which has like the huge screen TVs and they have sports on. Or you can sit in a room that has no TVs, no anything. It's just chill, just like a dining hall. Or you can sit in the kids' room, which is dark, and they have like cartoons playing. And then after you eat, or before, they have an arcade in the back. And it's wild. They have all kinds of games and you can have tickets and you can win prizes. And it's like a free for all for kids and adults. And so we just went there and had the pizza buffet. And it's so crazy that you say that, Patrick, because I just came from there. But I don't know the jingle. Even though you say that everyone knows that, I don't know what the jingle is. Who would win in a fight, you or Brock Lesnar? Who's Brock Lesnar? Damn, that closed in my town, but it closed. Oh, that sucks. Yet, I want to have my birthday party there as well. Do I ever do shows in South Texas? I'm not really doing shows right now. Tomorrow's my very first podcast back, but stand up, I'm not doing stand up yet. Thank you, Freddie. Guessing that one of your favorite colors is pink. I would say I like pink, but it's not my favorite color. My favorite color is yellow. My baby's crying. I'm going to ask her what her favorite color is. Actually, it's I'm going to say, what's your favorite color? I want to kind of ask, like, I think that the most annoying thing about dating is when you have to relearn someone. Like, I feel like that's why a lot of people stay in relationships when they're unhappy, because they would rather be unhappy than go meet someone new. And the fear of not finding someone. Hold on one second, you guys. What's going on? Did you feel it? I might need to put this on pause for just a second. I think I need to change a diaper. They're pink nails. Okay. Okay. Do you want me to help you? You can come in, Mark. Does he have dirty diaper? He might be hungry. All right, you guys. This might be a short live. I'm still trying to get back into the mix of things. But let's stay on for 10 more minutes. So, if you guys have any other questions, let's continue this. Let's finish up some questions, and then I liked the train of thought that we were on for Katherine. So, the thing that we were talking about with Katherine is, I feel like people, I'm trying to understand how to like phrase this question for her. So, how would you phrase this? I wonder if she's in a relationship. I guess that's like a good question to ask her first. Are you in a relationship? Do you feel like or I guess to make it personal, I'll say, have you ever, I think he's hungry. Have you ever stayed in a relationship that you were unhappy in? And part 2 of that question will be, have you ever stayed in a relationship because you felt like it was better than getting out and meeting someone new. Okay. Let's see. How many kids do you have? Are you asking me or Catherine? I only have one. That guy. Do I like writing my own jokes under pressure? I don't really ever feel like I'm under pressure. But I do write all my own jokes. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate it. How does she write or come up with joke concepts? It's a good one. Okay, you guys, I'm going to have to wrap this up. My baby's screaming. Who are we gathering questions for again? Her name is Katherine Blanford.